Hello and welcome back. We are on day 2 of 365 reasons why you need to join Arbonne and my wonderful group of Arbonne peeps that are trailblazers. Okay, this is number 2. Okay, what I'm going to talk to you about today is about why negativity towards a network marketing company and or direct sales. And most of you aren't going to like to hear this. Okay, so in this 365 days, there's going to be a lot of things you don't personally like to hear, and that's okay. Let me tell you a little story. When I first started in this, of course, you're given lots of videos to look at and listen to and learn from, and that's a fabulous thing. Arbonne has so much training. Sometimes too much training. You could train more than you do if you really wanted to. So you have to, pick and choose. Okay, so I was given a specific training by a specific person. When I got off the training, I was really, really upset. This person was good at do this, do that. You have to do this, do this, do this, do this. And I'm sitting there thinking, what I'm doing, and you're telling me I have to do this, and if I don't do this, I'm not going to succeed. At least that's what I thought I heard. And so many other things of you have to do this, or you're not going to succeed, or you're not going to do this, this isn't going to succeed. And if you don't get this many things a month, you're not going to succeed. Again, what I thought I heard. So I got off there and I was so mad. And I'm thinking, why did I even do this? This is so stupid. There's too much of this. You have to, you have to, you have to. So I walked away. And as I was walking away, stupid as this may sound, a little voice in my head said, maybe it's something you need to hear. So I was like, oh, you got to be kidding me. So I was still so very upset over the training, but I thought, okay. So I went back and listened to it again. Still upset when I got done, but I kept hearing in my head, maybe it's something you need to hear. Well, that particular training, I probably listened to about 30 times. And each time I listened to it, I got less and less upset and more, oh, I understand what she's saying. Oh, I know what I need to do. Oh, she's right. I should be doing this. Oh, I should be doing that. Okay. Maybe not to the intensity that I felt she was coming out in the training, but again, it's a perception. It's what I felt. Maybe not how she felt when she did the training, but it was how I felt when I was listening to it. But the biggest takeaway I got from that is maybe I needed to hear it. There's so much negativity towards network marketing and direct sales. There's also so many websites out there, such negativity towards a company I'm involved with is Arbonne. But let's get something straight here. And this is what I have to teach you, what I want you, not teach you, what I want you to know and be the number 2. So many times in network marketing, when people join, they join that person who says, you can make 6 figures, or you can do this in 6 months, or you can do this in 1 month, or you're going to be a millionaire by the end of the year. And they go through all this hype and they get in there. So then when they join, then that person says to them, okay, this is what you need to do to get there. And it becomes overwhelming. It becomes, I have to do all this to make this. When you join a company, you are not joining as an entrepreneur. You're not joining as a CEO. You are not joining as a vice president or a CFO or anybody that's on the top. You're joining at the bottom. And when you're at the bottom, what people don't tell you is you've got to be the best at the bottom that you can be. Because if you don't become the best at the bottom, you're never going to climb the step to the top. Okay, I don't care what you've heard, what you've seen, what you think, how you compare yourself to other people, how you might get mad because this CEO is making $10 million or this CEO is making $15 million and flying jets all over the place. That CEO did not get out of college or technical school, wherever they went, hand in the resume and say, I'm going to be the CEO of Verizon. Here I am. Ta-da. Okay. They started at the bottom and they climbed their way to the top by being the best at every level they had to go to get there. So when they were at the bottom, when they were your typical, let's say they were working in the bottom call center. Okay, they were at the call center. Let's say I'm not saying the call center is the bottom of any company. I'm just saying it's not your presidential level or vice presidential level. So you're at the call center, okay, and you just start working at the call center. Why don't you be the best call center person you could ever be? If you become the best call center person you can ever be, what do you think is going to happen? They're going to give you a promotion to, say, the assistant manager of that call center. So you become the best assistant manager of that call center. And then you become the manager of the call center. So now they see that you're managing the call center and you're so good at it. So they say to you, okay, would you want to come and manage this department? Okay. So you go in and you do a even level and manage another department. You do so good at that, they go, well, maybe you need to be a vice president of this department. So now you went from manager to the vice president. So now you're the vice president and you're doing a fabulous job. So then they say, well, maybe you need to be the president of this department. So do you see where I'm going with this? A CEO does not become a CEO the minute they graduate high school or college or master's degree or whatever. They start down here and work their way up here by being the best at the bottom. Okay. So when you join a company such as this, nobody tells you you have to be the best at the bottom. When I introduce myself, I say, I am Cynthia. I am an independent consultant with Arbonne. I never tell you my title because it doesn't matter what my title is. If I'm not the best independent consultant of Arbonne, I'm never going to be the best national vice president of Arbonne. When you get good at the bottom, you work your way to the next level. You get good at that level. You work your way to the next level. You become good at that level. And then you finally get to the top. You become good at that level. But all in all, in every network marketing company, if you are not good at the bottom level, you are never going to make it to the top level. Because even when you're at the top level, you are still an independent consultant. And you've got to be fabulous at that in order to be fabulous at the other thing. So that's number 2 today. Why the negativity? That's why. Nobody knows how to be an entrepreneur when they join these companies. So instead of learning and growing and asking and pounding your head on the desk and maybe crying or getting mad at someone or listening to it, something you don't want to listen to, you just quit. And there's your negativity. Well, this company was so good. They didn't do right by me. They didn't do this by me. They were negative. I didn't make all the money they said in 3 months. I didn't make the money in a year. Well, no, you didn't, because you didn't know how to become an entrepreneur. So here I'm telling you, your first step in becoming an entrepreneur, your first step in becoming that 1% of people that make it to the top of any company is by becoming the best at the bottom. Okay? Best at the bottom. Now, for those of you who are Southern, fried catfish is a real big thing in the Southern states. And what are catfish? They're bottom feeders. That's all they do is they eat the crap on the bottom of wherever they happen to be. So these nasty, ugly, if you've ever seen one, bottom feeders, I said that just eat all the crap at the bottom, become one of the tastiest dishes you could ever have in a Southern cooking type of atmosphere. My husband loves catfish, fried catfish. I'm not a fan. But anyway, do you see where I'm getting at? This bottom feeder, that's all he does. He's a bottom feeder, is one of the tastiest dishes in Southern cooking that you could ever have. Okay. Why is that so? Because he's the best bottom feeder in the fish world that a fish could ever be. So do you see where I'm coming from here? Okay. Instead of looking towards the negativity and what people say about it, think of who that person is. Okay. Is that person the type of person who is willing to learn, willing to grow, willing to make mistakes, willing to fail and say, oops, that didn't work. Okay. And move forward. Or is this person just going to complain because it didn't turn out the way they thought it should? Most often or not, what you think it's going to turn out doesn't. How it does turn out ends up 1,000 times better. Okay. So give yourself the chance. Take away what you hear other people are saying you're doing and look at the person in general. What is that person like? Why are they talking negative about this company? What are they saying? Are they blaming the company? Are they blaming the person that signed them on? Are they blaming their team? No, there's your answer right there. Because when it comes down to it, as much as Nobody wants to hear this. If you want to become the 1% of any company, and especially with Arbonne, look in the mirror. It's all up to you. Not about your team. It's not about the person that signed you on. It's not about the training they might give you. It's not even about the products. Okay, those are the last thing you have to worry about is the products. You have to worry about yourself. You have to be able to say, okay, I'm not good at this. How do I get better? Okay, ask, read, learn, grow, look at videos. Look at this video. I'll help you out. 365 reasons. One of them's got to resonate with you. But you have to look at yourself. And that is the hardest thing to do when you join a network marketing company. It is the hardest thing I had to do when I joined Arbonne because I was that person. This, as I told you in the beginning, that video made me angry. That person who sent it to made me angry. Are they kidding? I have to do this. She's saying I got to be this person. I have to do this, blah, blah, blah. She didn't say any of that. It's what I heard up here. Okay. Sometimes when people speak to you, it's the perception that comes back. You don't always hear the words they're saying. All this person was trying to train me in the way that they felt would get me to where I needed to go. To this day, that person, that initial tape of that person that I absolutely got so angry about and couldn't stand listening to and ended up listening to 30 times, doesn't matter what she puts out in training, I listen to it. Okay, she's fabulous. She has so many fabulous things to say and so many experiences and failures she learned from and things she learned from. She has so much worth in her trainings. Can you imagine? Most people wouldn't continue to listen to someone like that when they initially made you angry, because then they have to look into themselves. And that's one of the hardest things to do when you're doing this type of business, is to say to yourself, I don't know how to be an entrepreneur. I don't know how to be a good Arbonne person. I don't know how to be a good network marketing person. Show me. I can make mistakes. I can fail. I can beat my head on the desk, but I'm going to keep going. Show me. Tell me the truth, even if it makes me mad. And trust me, there's been plenty of times that I have been like, you've got to be kidding what you just said to me. But turn it around and think about it. Did what they say to you was the truth? Is it something you needed to hear? Remember, when you join this, you're not an entrepreneur. So maybe it's something you need to hear. So I have 365 things you need to hear. So this was number 2. Have a great day. I look forward to number 3. I'll see you soon.